Guys, it's Kevin again, and this is going to be another classic movie review for you guys. This time I'm reviewing to you the 1991 drama classic, Boyz in the Hood. Now, Boyz in the Hood, this is a movie that I wasn't planning on reviewing for you guys, but they just added it to Netflix, and it had a very good cast, a very, very good cast, actually. I was looking forward to, seeing the cast and everything, and overall, I loved Boyz in the Hood. I thought it was a great movie. I love the acting. I thought it was just a really great story, and I really enjoyed it. Now, let's talk about what it's about. Basically, the first half of this movie takes place in 1984. It focuses on these three boys, Trey, Doughboy, and Ricky. So that's basically what, and also Chris, but mainly those three boys. Basically, the movie's about how Trey Styles, played by, in the first half, Desi Arnaz Hines the second, which is a kid actor, but then in the second half, they become teenagers. But in the first half of this movie, you have this character, Trey, he's living with his mother, and he gets involved in a fight in school. He has a very bad temper, and his teacher calls his mother and informs her that, even though he's very intelligent, he has to hold his temper. He has a very bad temper, and he's very, immature, and his mother really wants him to shape up and change himself a little bit, so she decides to send him to his father, Furious, played by Lawrence Fishburne. And he kind of shows him the ways of living and everything. However, his father used to be in this hood, in this gang, basically. And, basically, his friends Doughboy and Ricky, they get involved with it, and Trey, though, really wants to be a good student and everything. And, something bad ends up happening, and basically 7 years later, I'm not going to tell you guys what ends up happening, but 7 years later, he is a senior in high school, he wants to go to college and everything, and, meanwhile, but his friends Doughboy and Ricky, Doughboy has gone down a very bad path. He is now a high school dropout, he's a high school dropout, and his friend Ricky is trying to do well in school. However, he has a girlfriend and a kid as well, and basically Trey has to make a decision. He has a girlfriend, and he does really good grades, but at the same time, he really wants to be involved with this gang because his friends are in it. So that's basically what the movie's about. It's about the choice he has to try to make, and that's basically what the movie's about. And I really enjoyed the plot of this movie. I definitely thought it was a very good movie. What I like about this movie is it really does have a lot of heart. I'll talk about it in a second, but let's first get to the acting in this movie. The acting is really good. First of all, the kid actors in this movie did a very good job. Desi Arnaz Hines II played the young Cuba Gooding Jr., played the young Trey Styles. He did a very good job. I thought he was definitely very well casted. I thought all the kid actors were very good, but we're going to talk mainly about the when they turned to teenagers. Cuba Gooding Jr. as Trey Styles was perfect. I thought he was really, really good in this movie. I really liked that he tried to be a very good student. And he was very, hopeful. He had a girlfriend, and he was really the most responsible of everyone in the movie. He was extremely responsible. He wanted to be responsible, and he wanted to become a responsible adult. That's really what he wanted. And, he also was involved with the gang, but I liked how, unlike everyone else, he was really responsible, and I really liked that about his character. So he definitely did a great job with that. Ice Cube, though, I thought he was probably my favorite probably my second favorite in the movie. I thought he did a really, really good job, in my opinion. He was really, really amazing, because, of course, his character is the one that we're supposed to like, but we know he's going down a bad path, and, he's involved with the gang and everything. He's the character that has the most problems. He's very street smart. He's very, aggressive, and I just thought his character was definitely very, very interesting. Definitely a very interesting character, and I really enjoyed his character overall. He was great. Lawrence Fishburne as Furious, you really saw that he really wanted to care for Trey. He really wanted to help him become a better person. He really did do a great job. He really did a great job as well in the movie. I liked his character a lot, and he did a great job as well. And then, I guess, we'll talk about a couple more people. Morris Chestnut as Ricky. Great character. I thought he was great. I loved how he tried to be as responsible as Trey. He was Trey's best friend, but he was very, naive. And he was more in the gang, more so than Trey was. And I thought that was good, but of course he wanted to attend college, but of course he had that kid to worry about and everything. I just thought his character was very interesting. Nia Long is Brandy. She is Trey's girlfriend. I liked her character a lot. I liked how she kind of made him more responsible. Even though his father did that, she made him responsible as well. Like, she made him be responsible. She was with him because he was mature. I thought she was definitely a very good character as well. And I think the only other two people we'll talk about is Angela Bassett, really great, really great. She played his mother, she was very good. And Tyra Farrell as Brenda, who was, Brenda was Doughboy and Ricky's mother, so she did a very good job as well. Now let's talk about some spoilers in the movie. If you guys have not seen Boyz in the Hood, I do recommend you guys do not listen to the rest of these spoilers. However, before I get to that, this movie did get quite a few awards, actually. John Singleton won for Best Director. He was the director to this movie. I don't know what else he's done. I think he did Too Fast, Too Furious, he did Abduction, he didn't do too many other good things, but this was the most famous thing he did. He did a very good job. The directing was very good in this movie. Like, you really felt like it was a very good movie. I really enjoyed his directing. He did a very good job. The writing to this movie was really good as well. I love the way they did the past and then the present. I like the way they did that in the movie, like the past and then they went to, you know, the current times. I thought they did a very good job with doing that in the movie. I really enjoyed that as well. The soundtrack to the movie is very good too. But let's get to the spoilers. So, of course, one of the things I love about this movie is it showed the negative aspects of being in a gang. It basically showed that being in a gang is not a good thing. Because, as we know, Ricky ended up getting shot. Ricky got killed. And when Ricky got killed, I was very surprised. Sorry, my friend texted me. Okay. When he got shot, I was very surprised he got shot. I didn't think they would kill him off, but, I thought he was gonna, like, be okay, but he got shot, and what I like is that the movie was realistic in that way, and this is what's gonna happen to you if you're in a gang, and it basically shows that you should not be involved with a gang, and that's what I like about the movie, is it shows that there are people who can be responsible like Trey. You need to be responsible like Trey. I liked how at the end of the movie, Trey decided to walk away from the gang. He did what was best for him, and he decided to walk away from the gang. I thought that was definitely a very good thing that he did. I'm happy that he did that in the end, because I just thought that was a very good decision that he made. And he just did I was very happy that he ended up walking away from the gang. Now, the saddest scene for me was definitely a scene where Ricky was shot, because his mother, of course, wanted him to look at his college results, and of course, he was going to get into college, but he got shot, and because of that, he never got into college, and he was never successful, which was honestly just really, really sad when he got shot. And of course, there is that huge scene, the final confrontation between Doughboy and Trey. You know, Doughboy talks to Trey, he doesn't understand why Trey left, but then he does understand. And the saddest scene, of course, is when he leaves, you see the screen says, and then he was shot 2 weeks later. And it really just shows the negative aspects and the bad decisions that everybody made. Trey didn't make bad decisions. Doughboy was making bad decisions. Ricky made bad decisions. And that's why they died. Trey didn't die because he made good decisions. And I really like that about the movie. I like that it showed the negative aspects of being in a gang, and that being in a gang is not a good thing at all. I really, really enjoyed that about the movie. Yeah, I really did enjoy that. So yeah, that was definitely a very good thing, and I really enjoyed the negative, that they showed the negative aspects of being in a gang. That's really what the movie's all about. So it's trying to show the bad aspects of being in a gang. Even though the movie's called Boyz in the Hood, it wasn't like, oh, you should be in the hood, it's the most awesome thing ever. No, it's really showing that you should not be in the hood, and you need to be responsible. You need to be responsible and take some responsibility for yourself. And if you're in a hood, you need to try to get out of it at all costs. And I thought that was definitely a very good message to people, was to, you know, get out of the hood. I thought that was definitely very, very good. Very good message. I really enjoyed that overall. That they decided, you know, in the end, Trey decided, I don't want to be in this gang anymore, and he decided to turn away from the gang and he left. I thought that was a very good thing. I think the only other thing, of course, that we do have to talk about is that, of course, that we found out that he was successful. Him and Brandy, I think her name was, yeah, Brandy, they did go to the same college, and that's very cool for them, and I was happy for them in the end. I was like, yes, good, because he made good decisions, and I understand what the movie's really trying to say. The movie's trying to say that, not just for gangs, but if you have friends that are making bad decisions, make your own decisions and be your own person. That's what the movie's really trying to say. And this movie has been called the best gang movie of all time, and it really is the best gang movie of all time, because There are other gang movies out there that show, like, the actual violence. This movie is really not that violent. It's not. There's the scene where Ricky gets shot is violent, but other than that, the scene's not like action, action, action. It's a lot more talking, a lot more dialogue, a lot more of the characters' lives, and I really like that about the movie. I like that it's not really a hood movie. It's more, even though it's called Boyz In The Hood, it's not really that. It's more of them, like, what they're doing outside of that. Like, we got to see that Trey was successful. We got to see that Ricky was going to be successful. Doughboy, though, he had no future. That's why he died, because he did not have a future. And I thought that was something very interesting. But yeah, overall, I really enjoy Boyz In The Hood. I really do recommend it to people. If you're easily offended, I don't know if I recommend it to you, because they say, like, every other word that comes out of their mouth is the N-word. But that's kind of supposed to show how bad decisions they're making. That's really what that's trying to show, because Trey hardly ever curses. He really does. He hardly ever curses. But I really enjoyed this movie. I thought it was a very good movie. I highly recommend you guys check it out because it's really, really good. And it definitely is a movie that you guys should check out because it'll change your opinion about hood movies. It changed my opinion about hood movies. No, I'm not going to watch another one of these because it's the only one I really want to watch because it has a really good cast. But yeah, so that's pretty much all I have to say about Boyz In The Hood. That's been my review. I hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you guys in my next video, which will be for another classic movie review. So I'll see you guys for that. Okay, bye.